Look, in the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of... And there were 3 little bears sitting... And 2 little...
Kittens.
A pair of... And a little toy house and a...
Bush!
No, what's that?
Mouse! And fire! And nobody!
Go.
And go! Go.
And a brush and a bowl full of...
Mouse!
And a quiet old lady whispering...
Chew! I chew!
Good night, room.
Good night, Bill.
Good night.
Good night, Moon.
Good night.
Good night, go jump in over the moon!
Good night, light. And the...
Cow.
And the red balloon.
And where's the blue?
Good night, bears.
Good night, mouse.
What's that?
A figure.
That's a fire. Good night.
Good night, Master.
Good night, clocks.
Good night, clock.
Good night, socks. Good night.
Mouse.
Good night.
Good night, toy house. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Nobody.
Good night.
Mush.
Good night to the old lady. Good night.
Good night, Snow.
Good night, stars.
Mommy.
Good night,
Daddy.
air.
Good night, Snow.
Good night, noises.
Farewell.
The end.
Good night, Josiah.